I recently sat down with a junior developer who was struggling with a complex state management bug. He had been chatting with an AI for 3 hours, feeding it error logs and pasting the suggested fixes back into the codebase. By the time I got there, the file was a Frankenstein's monster of 3 different architectural patterns, half of which the developer couldn't explain. I asked him a simple question. What is the data doing right here at line 42? He looked at me with total honesty and said, I don't know. The AI said this would fix the undefined error. This is the birth of AI dependency debt. In the industry, we talk about technical debt, the shortcuts we take in code. But we aren't talking about cognitive debt, the shortcuts we take in our own thinking. By outsourcing the logic of the problem to a machine, we are skipping the struggle that actually builds an engineer's intuition. We are closing tickets, but we aren't opening our minds. Visual cue. A split screen showing the old way, pencils, whiteboards, deep focus versus the new way, infinite scrolling chat, rapid copy-pasting. This is the anthropology of the junior knowledge gap. Traditionally, you became a senior engineer by failing. You spent 3 days chasing a memory leak, and through that pain, you learned how the garbage collector works. You earned that knowledge, but now you ask the AI. It gives you the answer in 3 seconds. You perform engineering by shipping the fix, but you've bypassed the failure. You have the solution, but you don't have the lesson. As a product engineer, this is terrifying. Because when a real architectural crisis hits, one that isn't in the AI's training data, you won't have the mental framework to solve it. You'll be a high-level architect who doesn't understand how the bricks are laid. I've seen this lead to what I call the middle management trap. We are producing developers who are great at assembling components but terrible at designing systems. They can follow the AI's recipe, but they can't tell you if the ingredients are rotten. A coder wants the answer. A product engineer wants the understanding. If you use AI to bypass the boring stuff, boilerplate, unit tests, skeletons, regex, that's efficiency. But if you use it to bypass the hard stuff, concurrency logic, data flow, trade-off analysis, that's debt. And just like financial debt, the interest rate on skipped learning is compounded daily. Eventually, your career will be underwater. This brings us to the clarity moment. The human impact of AI dependency is a loss of confidence. I see juniors who are paralyzed the moment the Wi-Fi goes down or the AI gives a hallucinated answer. They don't trust their own brains because they haven't trained them on the hard problems. Professional maturity is realizing that the AI is your intern, not your lid. You are the one responsible for the why. Clarity is the discipline to turn off the suggestions when the logic gets tough, specifically because it's tough. That struggle isn't a waste of time, it's the sound of your brain getting better. So here is my question. Are you using AI to move faster, or are you using it so you don't have to think? The machine is getting smarter every day. Make sure you are too. Let's get clear. See you in the next one.